Facilitate focus on helping or making changes in individual members. There are many examples of groups that reflect this focus: treatment groups, support groups, self-help groups, developmental groups, consciousness raising groups, and etc. Social workers may lead treatment groups in schools, psychiatric and VA hospitals, medical hospitals, juvenile detention centers, and nonprofit agencies. For example, social workers may run inpatient and outpatient therapy groups for clients with depression, substance abuse, eating disorders, domestic violence, and PTSD. I facilitate and co facilitate the domestic violence and anger management groups. The roots of social group work here, firmly rooted in the settlement movement of the 19th century. Social workers in settlements and community centers led many kinds of developmental groups, such as recreational activities for youth, scouting program, after school activity programs, yoga mediation groups, enrichment programs for the elderly, and etc. These types of groups fit the life model because they aren't organized around a deficit model, but instead are seen as enrichment and educational purposes that promote character development, healthier lifestyles, and citizenship. Social workers will utilize the therapeutic in hope, self-sharing, providing feedback, university, cohesiveness, receiving and giving advice, learning interpersonal skills, vicarious learning, humor, and socialization. Models of therapy and interpersonal practice, whether focused on individual families or small groups, all work to instill hope in the client. Hope is instilled when members talk about the change they may have made in their lives and others observe these narratives. Hope can also be instilled when the group leader encourages members to develop goals for themselves and describe the achievements of members from earlier sessions. In order for groups to be effective, members should feel comfortable to self-disclose the issues they are bringing to the group. If members are reluctant to share information about themselves or events in their life to the group, the leader can employ a number of structured activities to facilitate the self-sharing. The facilitator may also engage in self-sharing in order to get reluctant members to share. As members get to know each other in the group and listen to the narratives of their fellow members, there are chances for members to give each other feedback. Feedback is an important group process because it helps individuals, members, understand things they may not recognize in themselves. Members realize that they are not alone in their struggles and that others are facing similar issues and circumstances. The support group offers a context for members to learn how others are coping with the same issue and also to feel that they are not weak or freaks for the issue they are facing. Groups will be diverse on demographic factors such as gender expression, life experiences, ethnicities, and the commonality of the issue will help to transcend their differences and promote cohesiveness. Not all individuals will respond positively to universality. Pardon me. Some people view their problems as unique or highly individualized and will not want to compare their struggle to others. These people don't do well in groups and are not interested in hearing similar struggles in others. Cohesiveness can bring the group together in the sense of we-ness that will gradually emerge as the group participates. Without cohesiveness, the group will not be able to influence individuals and attendance can become problematic and the group will not survive. Facilitators should enhance cohesiveness by working on a common purpose for the group, helping members develop a sense of trust, clarifying norms and expectations. Members want to be helpful to other members. Giving advice is a constant activity in groups, and the facilitator has to help members realize what kind of advice will be helpful and what kind is not helpful. Facilitators can share activities that will help individual members develop interpersonal skills. Vicarious learning allows members a chance to learn about their own issues when another member is expressing his or her narrative. For example, a member is relating an intense personal experience. The other members will be focused and transfixed by the story. The observing members may start crying or experiencing intense emotions as they can relate to the narrative with their own experiences. The facilitator should allow members to express what is going on inside while listening to the other members' narrative. Modeling is another dynamic that takes place within vicarious learning, where members share how they have tried to cope in situations. Members can take back into their own lives the examples they have experienced with others inside the group. The expression of feelings and getting in touch with pent up emotions is viewed as helpful in treatment and support groups. Groups that promote catharsis need to focus on ways that individual members can deal with the effect that is being expressed and experienced. For instance, in group support groups in which individual members may be expressing intense emotions about the loss of a loved one, the leader will reserve time at the end of a session to help members debrief and reestablish composure before leaving the group. Catharsis can be problematic for some individual members who come from ethnic backgrounds that do not encourage the public display of emotions. Humor can be therapeutic. Laughter can assist in reducing stress. The facilitator may encourage humor, but also has to ensure the group focuses on topics and stay according to the group. And when clowning around is getting in the way of doing the business of the group. Members need to learn how to be responsible members of the group if the group is to succeed and mature. In adult groups, this kind of socialization takes place in a discussion of ground rules so that members will know what to expect, how to behave, and what is taboo. The important caveat about effectiveness variables and therapeutic factors is that not all of them will necessarily appear in a successful group. The topic and the question discussion for this week for you all will be: look at the groups that you have been involved in over your life and experiences in these groups where some of these effectiveness variables appeared. Can you think of groups in which members helped each other and gave each other advice about how to succeed? Have you had the chance to experience or participate with a highly cohesive group? I look forward to your feedback and thoughts. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you.